It's been a few days since I've been on. Been doing a lot of planning and that for my plot and trying to organise. Now, I did do a little video, but I never got it up. The sweet peas, folks, big disaster. The ones I transplanted, a mouse got in, and it basically it dug them all up. Some were snapped, others were dug. But it was definitely a mouse, and unfortunately when I went to get I knew I picked half a pint of seed last year off my plants. When I went to get them, I was looking in the shed and I can't find them, and then I could have swore I put them into this pint pot, what I had, pint mug. When I looked closer, because I had some of those cane protectors in there as well, I just saw what looked like mouse droppings. That was soon to be confirmed, because when I while I continued to search, because I still thought maybe I'd put them somewhere else, I found a dead mouse in with the rhubarb seeds. So there you are, folks. I lost them all. That was in the other tunnel. So I've got 2 packets of seeds what I've found, and that's all I've got. Marina, if you're watching, I've not replied to your post because I've been busy, but if you have got any sweet pea seeds, I would really appreciate them. Right, so what have I got here? I've got some hardy annuals. I don't know whether, oh, it says outstanding fragrance, because that's what I love. Exhibition standard blooms in a glorious array of flowers, colours, sorry. Grow up to 6 feet high. I've also found a packet of some bushy ones, so I thought I'd give these both a try. I didn't realise that those were bushy at the time. I sort of made another lot of pots up. These, not normally I'd grow them in a bigger pot, but because I'd already filled these all up for the sweet peas, I thought might as well use them again. So I'm going to just put I'm just going to put 4 seeds into each, and we'll take it from there. So let's open up and see how many we've got in here. And just in case you folks who maybe don't get sweet peas abroad, can you see those? That's what they look like. And basically what you have to do with these, when the flowers start going over, you have to take them off straight away, because that encourages new flowers. If you leave them on, they'll go to seed. So towards the end of the season, if you want the seed pods and that, then just leave some on, and you'll be rewarded with some new seeds. And what you get in these is very few, considering how many you can get off a plant. So let's open this up and see what we've got in here. You get about 6 seeds off a seed pod, and you get dozens of seed pods off a plant. Don't know how many's in here, but I had to guess, I'd probably say there might be about 30. So we're going to plant these in. Now I'm just going to put 4 in. So no, I'm going to put 5 seeds in, folks. So what I'm going to do is, if you think of we're going to have north, east, south and west. And then one in the middle. Thanks to Claire for that. I never thought about explaining it as north, east, south, west before, but that's how we're going to do them. So let's and don't cover them, or don't press them in at this stage, because you want to remember where you've put them and which ones you've put in. Otherwise you could be putting double in. And while we're doing this, folks, just want to thank all the new subscribers for joining my channel, and all the existing ones for sticking with me. Really appreciate it. I can't believe how many new people have joined in the last week. You know, some days I've been getting 5 new subscribers. It's just absolutely fantastic. There is going to be a lot happening this year, at least that's the plan. You know, I really am hoping. Obviously a lot depends on what happens with my parents and that, whether, you know, we're counting on everything to be okay with them, so but otherwise then, you know, obviously they come first. But there's lots of flowers and that I want to grow. I'm going to be growing 4 lots of Sarpo potatoes. They're going to be grown in pots. I've got 30 of those 30 litre ready. What else we got? I've still got the fruit bushes to put in. Yesterday I did actually add 2 loganberries, more loganberries to my allotment. There were ones which had set themselves. Basically the end of the branch was tucked into the soil and it had rooted. And I'd actually taken those cuttings off last year, and I put them into pots. And when I looked, because I'd forgotten all about them, because I had them on the side of the netted enclosure, it had one of them had about a 6 feet long branch. So anyway, that's been threaded up against one of the fences, and the other one's been put in another spot. I've had a good look at the top of the allotment, and I'm still, you know, I've got the stuff, the mesh and the posts sitting in my basket, and it's just a matter of deciding whether to go ahead. And then I've got the soil. It's a lot of cost, folks, when you're doing it in containers and raised beds and that. I think it was totally up at £250. I know some of you have kindly replied to a previous message about costs and about council and that, but when and it wasn't the council, was it the council? No, it was somewhere else. There was something, I can't remember, but it was something mentioned. When I worked it out, it was a lot more expensive than what I get it at now. I can get those 100 litre Westland bags for £6. So, but it's still a lot of money. I'm going to be getting through 50 bags, not just that, but manure and topsoil. So there's a lot of costs involved if you're going to be working in the if you're not going to grow in the ground. It's not cheap, but it brings a lot of enjoyment. So I'm hoping, you know, what's been helping me a bit is that my YouTube channel has been getting people have been watching the adverts and that, and more people watch my adverts, it brings in more of an income. I only get a few pounds, but I reckon the soil I'm buying in, my YouTube channel might just about cover that cost for the year. So but obviously the more I can get coming in, the more things I can do, the more videos I can do. So we'll have to see. We'll see how things progress. So folks, at the moment we've got 20, and it looks as though we're going to get about another, I think there's another 8 in there, so there's 28 seeds in there. That was just four pods. You get loads of those. I saved hundreds last year. Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate, you know, with having to, you know, being at home and that, not being able to have a regular income, because it does restrict you quite a lot in what you can do. Not that I'm complaining, because you know, it's okay looking after my parents and that, but it just means that I cannot get a part-time or full-time job, because I need to have, I can get away for maybe, well, after dinner, you know, I've got a maybe maximum of a 3-hour session, because they'll have a little doze, but otherwise, you know, I wouldn't, to get a flexible job what works around it would be very hard, so I have to be self-employed and just earn bits and bobs the best I can. There we are, folks. So we've managed to get 28 seeds out of there. And that's the Van Meeuwen. Now I've got to be really careful here that I don't get everything mixed up. So I'm going to plant these as well. I think if I put that like that, and remember that I've got to get some labels in a minute to label those 6 up, and then I've got the right, I've got 9 ones there. There's not going to be enough for 9 in here, I know that. Just interesting to see how many it says should be in the pack. And these are Thompson and Morgan. 20 seeds it says. Let's see if they're generous. I wonder how many was meant to be in the other pack. Oh, the other pack said 20 as well, and we got 28. I guess you're all getting excited now for the new growing season. I know I am. It might only be beginning of February, and today is cold, folks. It's about +5 Celsius. We've had it in double figures. We've been spoilt this year. Most of the time it's been around 12 degrees this winter. Very warm. Sun's coming out. Makes a big difference when you're in the tunnel, it really does. And even when it's not out, outside 5 degrees, inside it was 13 degrees in the big tunnel anyway. Right, folks, so we've actually got 20 so far. It's nice when you get more than what they actually say, isn't it? There's 25. And we've actually got 30 then in this pack. These are actually going to go back into my folder now, once I've labelled them up. What I'm going to actually do now, folks, I'll show you this. I don't know whether can you see it? Yeah, you can. All I'm going to do is just press it in about 1/4 of an inch. And then just lightly cover, and that's it. And I'll do that to the rest of these, and I'll get them labelled up, and we'll see if I can I'll have a look around the plot and see if there's anything else that I can excite you with. Okay folks, just a little bit to tag on to the end of this video. I've actually now labelled them all up, and I've actually put the label in every container. The reason why I do this is if you don't, the likelihood is that should you take one out which has got the label, you're very likely to forget to put the label back in with the others. Or in another situation, maybe you grow more than what you require and you want to pass these on to somebody else. So having made sure that you've got labels firmly in each pot means that when they ask, oh, what are these and that, you can say, oh yeah, they're such and such, and you've got the labels in already. Whereas if you sometimes, which I've done this in the past, you just put one label in and you've got the whole lot done, a whole shuttle tray full of pots. It either gets, if you've got it outside at something blown away, it gets knocked, and you end up, you know, you think about it, if I've got in here, I might have, I'm just trying to think, I might have 40 shuttle trays in here. So easy for a label to go missing, but if you've got everything labelled up, then it's less likelihood of losing what you're doing. I did mention about putting dates on in previous video. I tick what I've done, that I've done it, and I put a date on. These then go back into my little binder where I've got all the seeds laid out for January, February and so on. And these will go in the February part, just to say that so I know that I've actually sown these in February. So if I take that folder, the folder gets usually kept in the car now, so I can use the seeds what are in there at home or here, and I don't forget it, so I leave it in there. But then I know what I've done, that I've got these. The other thing is, what I suppose I ought to do is put allotment or garden, depending on where they've been sown, because I've got another tunnel at home, and we do grow things in there. So maybe that's another thing to think about in your situation. I think I'm alright for the moment, but I suppose I could put, I'm just going to put an abbreviation, I'm just going to put a lot, just to remind me, and then I know. So that's it folks,